Well, as candidates scramble at the final moment to canvass last-minute votes, let's take a look at some of the views that are being expressed on the campaign stage.
The fair question that I have to ask is this: why is it that the government that eradicated the dangerous tigers are unable to eradicate narcotics? Why can't it find the drug smugglers? Is it as difficult as stopping the tigers to stop drug smuggling? It is not being stopped because politicians are involved in it. I do not speak about the JVP. There is a reason for this. When you have a pet dog, what does it do when it is outside? When we are asleep inside the house, they bark until dawn. They bark at the moon. They bark at ghosts, and they even bark for no reason. They even bark at the rustling leaves on trees. The boy who uses narcotics is in prison while the drug smugglers are outside. This isn't fair, is it? This has been happening for 65 years. We are asking you if this is a fair social system. Will we leave such a social system for our children? This has to change. The fact that the United People's Freedom Alliance will come to power in these 3 provincial councils is as certain as the sun rising tomorrow. I can responsibly say this to you. When the government thought has been turned on its head, today masses of people have begun to join hands around the Janata Vimukti Peramuna in opposition against the government. We can clearly see that on the 21st, the people will use this as an election to show their opposition to the government. Once you queue up at the polling centers on the morning of election day, there will be so many crosses placed next to the symbol of the beetle leaf that there will be no room for any of the other symbols. The government will certainly see a reduction of votes in the northwestern province. The number of seats it has in the central province will reduce greatly. The government has already said that it will be defeated in the north. If you look at the history of the Janata Vimukti Peramuna in 1989, they shot and killed the first 10 people who voted. That is their history, and in spite of that history, His Excellency the President has brought this country to a place where even the Janata Vimukti Peramuna can live in freedom. There is a situation where when you are in one party for a long time, the people in your party do not take notice of you, and those in the opposition do not take note of you. When you cross over here and there a little bit, it helps your marketing too. But since I am a person who calls right for the right and wrong for the wrong, I too have been subject to political undermining. It is possible that some public representatives and ministers in the United People's Freedom Alliance are disillusioned. Today, it is not the public representatives of the alliance that are ruling the country. The ministers and MPs who crossed over from the United National Party have secured the proper ministerial portfolios.